The world has its own terrifying way of showing you things you wish you never saw. These clips will take you into the darkest corners of the unknown, warning the last one might give you nightmares. This father, driving with his family, saw something so terrifying he turned back, desperate to confirm it was real. Uploaded to YouTube, we hear the father talking to his children while driving in reverse. It seems like he spotted something and needed to double check.
Вот он справа. Где что видел?
А как? Двигался.
Двигался или не двигался, я не заметил, но он там был.
As he zooms in, he notices a creepy figure peeking from behind a tree in the distance.
А я нет.
Он стоит среди деревьев.
Я вижу.
It could just be the shape of the tree, but I swear I can see what looks like eyes staring back. Commenters are calling it a goblin, one that's guarding the forest. What it really was and why it was stalking the car is unknown, which makes it even more unsettling. This is exactly why that forest is so creepy. Forests may look peaceful, but they hide a darkness you'd never expect. In this chilling clip, hikers, descending from a grueling trek, unknowingly capture something watching them. A tall, ghostly figure seems to peer out, ensuring they leave. Even more terrifying is the fact that they had no idea they were being stalked by something so sinister. Thank goodness they got out, because staying any longer could have turned into a nightmare they'd never escape. Pareidolia is when you see faces in random patterns, and I pray to God these pictures are just that. Otherwise, I'm going to be terrified for my life. This photo was taken in the Florida swamps and uploaded on Reddit by Something Unique 141. At first glance, it seems like a normal swamp photo, but when you zoom in, you see a creepy, childlike face staring back from the bushes. People in the comments are calling it the Florida Swamp Child, and I'll add terrifying to that list. What do you think, pareidolia or something real? This chilling video reveals what happens to spirits with unfinished business on Earth, and it's terrifying. Uploaded on TikTok, it shows a spirit struggling as it walks toward a forest. You can see its humanoid form and posture as it moves slowly, step by step. It looks to me like something or someone is pulling or dragging the spirit toward the dark, dense forest. Who could do something like that to a spirit? It's terrifying to think about. The forest is unpredictable, especially when you're tearing through its trails on a dirt bike, and something is waiting. This Reddit uploaded video shows a biker having a brutal collision with a deer that suddenly appears out of nowhere. There was no avoiding it, and I'm genuinely worried about the biker's condition.
What? Fuck off! Oh my...
In slow motion, it looks like the deer was waiting for the biker and purposely charged at him, hitting him with its antlers. Always be careful of your surroundings. You never know when something like this might come at you. If you're into Bigfoot, you probably know Robert Dodson's work, and this video captures one of his rare encounters. As the video starts, Dodson explains what happened when he left a banana out for Bigfoot to eat.
I'm up here beside the highway right now. Got here a little bit early. 7:30, I guess another hour and it'll be dark, but it's still a little bit early being out here, but I'm out here. Anyways, I put 2 apples out and about 4 or 5 bananas.
At night, Dodson begins his search with just his camera and flashlight. As he searches, the camera captures something moving.
Spiders hanging around everywhere.
Something's moving beside a tree, trying to hide from the flashlight. Then, Dodson captures eyes lurking in the darkness, stalking him. It feels like something's keeping an eye on him, following his every move.
Something over there looking way down that ditch down there.
Realizing something's after him, Dodson starts running. But when he stops, whatever it is now much closer, hiding in the nearby bushes.
Damn, I wish I'd put the battery in that damn thing. Shit. Don't do this at home. Whatever you do. Oh shit.
Terrified, Dodson runs away. It seems like he pissed whatever it was off, and it got too close for comfort. I don't know how Dodson did it. Personally, I can't stay a second in a forest at night. Brave, but creepy. We all know Florida can be unpredictable, but in a creepy way like this, it's downright chilling. This kayaker was out on a fishing trip when he spotted something strange. A baby doll attached to a partially submerged log in the center of the swamp. Seeing a doll in such an isolated, natural setting feels eerie and completely out of place. Dolls, with their lifeless stare, always have a sinister vibe, and the stillness of the water reflecting the doll just makes everything even more surreal. Imagine seeing this from afar, thinking it's a child. Nah, I don't want to. While working in the fields, a farmer discovered something that's shaking the internet, and it's terrifying. He found a small humanoid skeleton that looks almost alien in appearance, with a head, arms, and legs. The body appears to be dried out, suggesting it's been there for a while. Some people are speculating that it could be the remains of a stillborn baby, with the head possibly deformed by something walking on it. Whether it's an alien or a tragic miscarriage, the idea that something like this was just lying in the fields is chilling. Meditation is great for focus, but meditating for years under a waterfall, only one person can do that. This video was uploaded to YouTube by a group of tourists on a guided tour to a waterfall.
Ini dia orangnya ya teman-teman ya, yang bertapa sekian puluh hari atau sekian bulan ternyata dikelilingi seekor ular raksasa.
Everything seemed normal until they reached the waterfall and were shocked to find a meditator sitting there, covered in moss. According to the uploader, he's guarded by a dragon snake.
Raksasa. Masya Allah. Ternyata bener aku.
While I can't spot the snake, you can definitely see the meditator sitting still without moving a muscle. The tour guide explains that this man doesn't eat, and when asked if they could approach him, he refused.
Ular ini posisinya seperti ini atau berbeda-beda? Ya, seperti ini. Seperti ini, ya.
The snake part is just a myth, but the fact that this man can meditate for so long without eating or moving and in the water is truly incredible and a bit unsettling. Apparently, someone was randomly flying their drone in the forest during winter, and by accident they claim to have captured a really fascinating sight that raises many questions about the existence of Bigfoot. The drone footage appears to show a hairy brown and large creature strolling on two legs, looking very similarly to the well-known description of the Bigfoot. But is it really? The owner claimed to have captured this somewhere rather remote, where people would for sure not walk randomly in a forest, especially not dressed like this. Could it be a clever hoax or a case of misidentification? The video certainly provides food for thought and sparks the imagination of one. It's fascinating to consider the possibility that there may be undiscovered creatures out there waiting to be found. But until there is concrete evidence, the mystery of Bigfoot remains just that, a mystery. What do you think? Is this video proof of Bigfoot's existence or just another piece in the puzzle? Only time will tell. It seems that the woods will forever have its mysteries. In this footage, another terrifying mystery develops via the lens of a thermal camera in the cryptic depths of the woods. Again, just as in the last clip, the owner claims that this was taken in a remote part of a forest at night, a place and time where you would not expect to see anyone strolling around. The footage shows a massive figure, humanoid yet unearthly, moving in the night with strange elegance. Its size dwarfs that of a mere human. According to its movement, not a normal human would walk in this manner. So, what is it? Do you see how it sways its arms as it runs? I'm grateful for technological advancements that have enabled us to spot this being, but still, its features are strange, and some claimed it to be a monkey wandering in the forest. As far as I know, this was taken somewhere in the United States, and I am pretty sure there are no monkeys wandering around in forests there. Is this just a clever hoax, or does it reveal that there will always be species we do not know of, like the Bigfoot? One cannot help but wonder if the truth is hidden not just in this creature. This guy was out in a snowy location, and he seems to be looking for something. As the recording continues and he consistently scans the area, an unsettling appearance discloses itself. A white creature appears out of nowhere, startling him. We only get a slight sight of it, possibly because the person filming must have dropped their phone after seeing it. But we do get a decent look at it. It seems to have the shape of the head of a goat. It has glowing eyes and does not move as it meets face to face with the recorder of this video. Could this guy be in the presence of an otherworldly creature? Perhaps an alien, or, in a more sinister case, a shape-shifting skinwalker. This next video adds to the mystery of the woods and the Bigfoot. Some guys were hiking in a forest and they started hearing grunts in the forest, so they got ready for an animal, while at the same time still wanting to film it. This is what they caught. This video captures a mysterious creature wandering amidst the trees in the woods, covered in thick black fur. What makes it chilling is the size of this entity. If I would approximate its height, it looks to be 7 to 8 foot tall. Is it a new species, or perhaps something long thought to be extinct? Or, to be more exact, could this be Bigfoot? What do you think? Is it fake? A person in a really well-made Bigfoot costume, or is it authentic? You know what's more chilling than Bigfoots strolling in a forest next to you, a creature stalking you in the woods. In this next video, we see a man walking around the woods as he is recording, but things are off. In a distant tree, right in front of him, we see a creature stalking him behind a tree. The video is a little bit shaky and we cannot fully distinguish its facial features, and only its upper body can be seen, which appears as if to be covered in an oversized hoodie. To me, I think it could be a bear peeping at him, but it would be weird. Personally, I have never seen such a timid bear. Why it isn't chasing or threatening the man? Truth be told, I would prefer Bigfoot stalking me. At least they don't eat you alive like bears do. I don't know what to consider interesting in this video. This guy not panicking, or the creature. Away from land sightings, this freaky clip sent by Ruth Muldong, a TikToker who encounters an uncanny presence in the water. What appears to be a routine swim takes a frightening turn. An unsettling twist occurs as she goes beneath the surface. Pay close attention. An unearthly black pair of legs appears behind her, a weird trespass into her underwater environment. What's even more weird is as she goes back above the water, suddenly, the shadowy legs are nowhere to be found. The clip leaves a frightening aftertaste, raising troubling issues about the line between reality and the unknown. Could this be a restless spirit of someone who lost their life? This video just shows that even a relaxing thing, such as taking a swim in a place you'd consider safe and relaxing, can still turn into a haunting experience. This scary video shows someone recording while walking down in the sewers for reasons I don't know. Sewers are known to be home to lurking animals such as alligators, so it is for sure a place you would not want to find yourself into. As he looks through a dark turning, a pair of glowing eyes seem to pop out of the corner and then back. The creature behind the corner does that a few times, and I have no idea why this guy did not start running right away. We can all agree that the nature of the eyes clearly show that they cannot be of a human. Adding to the mystery, the person recording walks towards the corner only to reveal that there is no one there, and the time he takes could not allow anyone to run all this distance and hide. I really applaud the person recording for his sheer bravery, but condemn them for the risks they put themselves into for no reason at the same time. But the question remains exactly what was hiding behind that corner. The first thought I had was of the rake, as it does seem similar to me a bit. Rakes are cryptids known to have glowing eyes and are prone to stalking humans out in the darkness. Could it be a rake or another mystery? Seems like forests are not the safest places to be even during the day. In this video, someone seems to have noticed a weird bipedal creature lurking in the woods and starts recording. In the video, we see an ape-like creature roaming around the forest as if it was looking for something. Some people claim to have seen the skunk ape in the forests and marshes of the southeastern United States, particularly in Florida. And it is often characterized as an ape-like monster with black hair covering its body, standing 5-7 feet tall. It is sometimes compared to Bigfoot. So, could this be just another sighting of the mysterious skunk ape? Going back to the sewers, this next video will leave you chilled. In this one, some teens were lured by strange noises coming from a nearby sewer tunnel. Out of curiosity, one of them decided to check out what the source of the noise could be. But things don't go as he expects. As he goes deeper into the sewers, the noise becomes louder and closer, and this really seems to startle him. Then suddenly, out of dark, a strange creature comes out screaming eerily.
What the hell?
The boy is scared to the bones, and he turns in the other direction, fleeing to safety. He manages to get back to the clear and safe ground outside the sewers, but perhaps forever scarred by that encounter. What could have been that creature? There is no clear conclusion to its shape. It looks like just a creature with an elongated head and really long legs, with glowing eyes. Its screams seemed animalistic in nature, nowhere close to those of a human. Could it be some sort of animal who made the sewers its hiding spot? Or was that a cryptid waiting for a prey? The video starts with a man explaining that they have been encountering an unwanted creature around their fence, in a nearby forest. He explains that this has happened for quite some time now.
I don't know if you could see past this, but so behind this where I'm pointing right now, there's a forest back there, and it's a pretty big forest. It's a state park.
But just as he is explaining that, in the middle of his monologue, something unexpected happens.
And did you hear that?
In a distance, the supposed creature makes a very shrilling sound, none like we've heard before, and definitely not even close to a familiar animal sound.
That was it. Oh.
Could it be some weird mountain lion or hog sounds that come out as a little bit more creepy? Or could it be a skinwalker? Let us know in the comments. In another video, Bigfoot may have been spotted yet again in Yellowstone National Park, this time in the company of some bison, which are not aware of the strange activities in their presence. The blurry video, which was posted by YouTube user Mary Greeley and later targeted by Bigfoot hunters, claims to show not one, but 4 Bigfoots stumbling through the woods. Well, if we analyze the video closely, despite it being hazy, the Bigfoots can be seen portrayed in a shadowy form. The 4 of them are initially visible, but for an unknown reason, 3 of them vanished behind a tree. From the distance we see them, we can certainly state that they must be huge individuals, something you would not want to meet face to face, especially since it seems to travel in a pack. These things would tear you apart by sheer force. But if there are so many of Bigfoot out there, how come we have not caught one by now? This next video involves a place we would expect to be haunted, a castle. Every castle has its own dark story, and maybe this too, one which lives to this day. This is a drone footage of an English castle, and at first it appears to be a normal recording of a castle. But things get weird the more and closer you look. As seen in the video, a translucent figure seems to be walking in the cabin camera fault, as we clearly see its shape and form, which resembles a human ghost. Castles are known to be a breeding ground for hauntings due to their frequently bloody past, so a sight like this is no wonder. Could this be evidence that we leave together with ghosts, in the same space, but we just can't notice? And what could their intentions be? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Prepare to be terrified by this eerie video that defies explanation. A beekeeper was checking on his bees when spotted a perplexing sight. A goat-like creature emerges slowly from dense vegetation. The physique of this animal is peculiar as it has strange curled horns. As he looks closer, the observer is struck by a chilling realization. This is no ordinary animal and is not probably a goat. Every quiver of its head, every slight change of its body contributes to the unsettling mood. This could probably be some kind of prank, or eerily, maybe a creature of the unknown. In this video, a man is recording a bright light in the night sky, but it's not just the light. Around it, in the shape of a triangle, 3 lights seem to turn on and off periodically, as if following a pattern. Even due to the darkness, the lights can be seen in the sky. It seems to be something suspended in the air. Could this maybe be a UFO? It's interesting to note that there have been numerous reports of sightings in recent years. In fact, a new declassified US government report on UFO sightings has revealed hundreds of new cases. The US National Intelligence Office is now aware of 510 reported sightings. While many of these sightings can be attributed to human origins, more than 100 of the encounters remain unexplained. Could this one be yet another one that needs our attention? A video taken by a Mexican woman in an unnamed cemetery in Brazil has gone viral, featuring a terrifying vampire baby doll that appears to follow you with its eyes. The doll, which is dressed in all white and had a bottle of what looks like blood next to it, has racked up hundreds of thousands of views online and has even appeared in Mexican media. People are likening it to the demon doll Chucky from Child's Play, but many feel that this doll is even scarier. Some are saying that the doll must be possessed by the devil, while others believe it to be an advanced-made doll. However, the video is so unnerving that many viewers are left unsure of what to believe. One thing is for sure, this creepy vampire doll has captured the attention of people all over the world. This guy was exploring an abandoned building at night when he has a very scary encounter. As he was approaching one room, he became hesitant for a moment before opening the door. The doors creaked open, revealing a small, cramped space. In the corner, huddled and naked, was a creature that looked like a man. Its appearance was just wild, and its skin was pale and clammy. He turned and ran, his heart pounding in his chest. To me, I think this could be the infamous skinwalker that always appears rather naked. Could it have also been some person in distress, needing assistance? What do you think? The action in this clip is short but rather fascinating. It's filmed at night, so you have to concentrate to catch what is going on. You can see the bobcat sneaking up on the unsuspecting coyote and then crouches in the long grass. Only its shining eyes are visible. The coyote trots into the field, completely oblivious to the waiting feline. When the bobcat strikes, it launches itself at the coyote, who lets out an unworldly scream. The coyote leaves pretty quickly and can be seen farther in the field, as if it is trying to comprehend what had happened. This next video shows an animal that looks a lot like the chupacabra. For those who don't know what this is, the chupacabra, or chupacabras, is a legendary creature in the folklore of parts of the Americas. The name comes from the animal's reported vampirism. The chupacabra is said to attack and drink the blood of livestock, including goats. Physical descriptions of the creature vary. In Puerto Rico and in Latin America, it is generally described as a heavy creature, reptilian and alien, roughly the size of a small bear, and with a row of spines reaching from the neck to the base of the tail. Many people online claim this to be one such creature. But to be honest, I am not sure. Rather, a dog with a skin condition, mistaken to be a cryptid. The ocean holds many secrets, but none as mysterious as the sighting in this footage taken in Israel. A seemingly ordinary video of waves crashing against rocks turns into a haunting experience when a bizarre creature is spotted. The camera is fixated on a rock, and at first, it appears to be a seal. The two men filming saying that to themselves, but on closer inspection, it is something far more unusual. Suddenly, the strange figure turns around, revealing a pale, blurry face, who then crawls towards the back of the rock before jumping into the sea. The two men are astonished by what they witnessed, realizing it was not a seal. If we analyze the video more closely, the mysterious figure does seem to take the form of a mermaid, a mythological creature of the sea. But could this really be a mermaid? Or is it merely a CGI effect? The possibility of this being an optical illusion is not ruled out, but the thought of a mermaid existing in our world is enough to send shivers down one's spine. The ocean is vast and full of secrets, and who knows what else may be lurking in its depths. Being stared at or feeling someone lurking can be an eerie and unsettling experience on its own. But when you're unsure whether the thing staring at you is real or not, it adds an extra layer of fear. In this video, an explorer makes a creepy discovery while hiking in the mountains. They come across a small opening, and inside, they find a face constructed from stones, seemingly staring back at them. What makes it even creepier is that the face appears to be smiling, and there is a whole dark vibe about that smile. Also, there's a strange transformation noted by some viewers. At the beginning of the video, the face might not have been smiling, but as the camera zooms in, it seems to smile directly at the camera. This experience is truly chilling, especially considering it's in a remote mountain area where it's unlikely someone created the face for tourist purposes. Trail cameras and Bigfoot sightings often go hand in hand, leaving us wondering whether these legendary creatures truly exist. In this trail cam footage, we can see a dark black figure lurking behind a tree, attempting to remain hidden from the trail camera's view. However, after some time, it approaches a bit close to the camera, allowing us to discern some of its features. The creature appears to be covered in a thick coat of black hair, and its overall shape resembles that of a classic Bigfoot. Moreover, since we can only see its upper body frame, it's evident that the creature is quite wide and towering in stature. So, what do you think this creature was? Was it merely a buffed-up gorilla or a genuine sighting of the mighty Bigfoot? While hiking in the forest, it's essential to be aware of potential animal predators to ensure your safety. However, what about trees? Can they host such things? In this video, captured by a hiker on a forest trail in Canada, we can see a figure that resembles a human standing on top of a tree in the distance. This figure appears to maintain its balance effortlessly, without the need for hand support. It moves around, and it has human-like features, including skinny arms, a head that resembles a human shape, and long hair. People who have viewed this video have suggested that it might be an experienced tree climber, possibly a local forest resident. Nevertheless, the ease with which this figure stands on the tree is both unsettling and remarkable. It raises questions about the potential presence of skilled climbers in the forest canopy and adds an intriguing layer of mystery to the wilderness. This video was posted on Facebook by a user named Aristo, who was convinced that he had captured Bigfoot on his camera. The video starts with the cameraman running and breathing heavily, as if he had spotted something in the woods and was either trying to capture it on camera or possibly even running from it. After a moment, the cameraman stops and focuses his camera on the distance, revealing a massive dark black creature that resembles an ape making its way through the bushes. This confirms that the cameraman was indeed chasing after this creature. As the cameraman moves a bit closer, he captures another glimpse of this creature, and this time we see it standing upright. Its posture is unlike that of a gorilla, more reminiscent of a human. It's also quite tall and has long arms. Nevertheless, I want to believe that it was indeed an ape or a gorilla. Otherwise, my fear whispers that it must be Bigfoot. This video takes us to the Philippines, where locals are gathered around a creature perched on a store roof during the night. As one of the locals shines a flashlight on the cryptid, we get a glimpse of its truly terrifying features. The creature has a human-like body and facial features, but the way it is hunched on the roof is incredibly eerie and sends shivers down one's spine. This menacing creature appears to be possibly lurking for something. What's particularly strange is that in the street beside the store, people are casually walking by as if they are unaware of the lurking cryptid's presence. Additionally, towards the end of the video, the locals recording it seem to be laughing. The laughter could be interpreted in different ways. It might suggest that this encounter is fake or a prank staged by them. Driving on a desolate nighttime road can be an invitation for a creepy encounter, and this family experienced just that. In this video, we witness a desolate road with the car's headlights illuminating a terrifying cryptid figure hunched over on the road. The figure's creepy and horrifying body shape is visible, with long, skinny arms, a humanoid body that appears to be bent backward, and long hair. This terrifying cryptid stands motionless right in the middle of the road. The family in the car had a dangerous encounter on their hands, as the cryptid was blocking their path. Trying to pass it from the side could have resulted in an attack. However, rather than quickly driving away from this ominous presence, the family inexplicably remained in their car, recording the scary cryptid. Dogs do all kinds of strange things that we humans don't quite understand, including their ability to sense things we may not see or explain. This video comes from India, where we witness a dog entering a home's gallery. The dog then approaches what appears to be a mat or a hanging piece of metal mesh and curiously hits it with its paw, and as it does so, the dog becomes frightened by a transparent smoky figure that seems to emerge from it. While it's unlikely that this figure is a ghost or anything supernatural, it's possible that the dog's pawing at the mat stirred up some dust or particles, creating the illusion of a smoky form. What's intriguing, however, is the significant amount of dust that seems to emerge from the mat with just a light paw tap, making it a bit unusual. This TikTok video was posted by a user who stumbled upon a strange blue light in the ocean. In the video, we can see the water's surface is illuminated with a strange yet mesmerizing blue glow. It's not any kind of paranormal phenomenon and is known as plankton lights. These lights occur due to bioluminescence in the water, often caused by an algae bloom of plankton. However, the mysterious aspect of this video isn't the plankton lights themselves. As the people recording the video get closer to the plankton lights, a shadowy figure can be seen in the water. The figure's silhouette resembles that of a human, or more precisely, a mermaid. It's only visible for a brief moment, but it's undeniably eerie. While it's possible that the appearance of this shadow is a result of the way low waves interact with light and can play tricks on the eyes, the lingering question remains: what if it's not just an eye illusion? This video comes from a security cam at an undisclosed police station, and it captures a rather unsettling scene. In the video, the entrance hall of the police station appears to be empty. However, after a moment, a smoky, translucent figure materializes behind the glass door. This mysterious figure proceeds to move toward the center of the door and then opens it. But as the door swings open, the figure vanishes. The appearance of this figure suggests that it could be a ghost or a spirit, possibly that of a child due to its relatively low height. The idea of encountering an unknown entity in this manner is certainly spine-chilling. Nonetheless, given that this is a police station, one might assume that they are equipped to handle such paranormal encounters. This video comes from Russia, and the uploader claims to have captured a sighting of a Russian Yeti. In the video, we can see the uploader driving along a snowy road at nighttime. As he continues driving, a tall, white figure suddenly crosses the road ahead of the car. This figure appears to be sprinting across the road, prompting the driver to stop the car and contemplate what they've just witnessed. Upon closer examination of the slowed-down video, it becomes apparent that the figure has white fur and is relatively tall in comparison to the distance it was seen from. It moved swiftly and disappeared in an instant. Also, Russia is known for its numerous reported Yeti sightings, so this video may be another addition to that intriguing Yeti sighting. What do you think about this mysterious figure? This video, uploaded by Discovery, appears to have captured the sighting of a megalodon in the ocean. In the video, a show host discusses with a guest who claims to have spotted a large sea creature on Google Earth in the ocean.
Agent who was studying the swarm noticed something out in the water.
Okay, kind of a speck.
Yeah, well, at this resolution, it's a speck. When they zoomed in, though, they got this.
It's a little fuzzy, but I'd say that's a shark.
They analyze a zoomed-in satellite photo of this enormous creature. Even from a considerable distance, it appears to be quite massive. To emphasize the creature's size, they show another image taken by the same satellite, zoomed in to the same extent. In this second image, school buses can be seen for comparison. And even these buses looked tiny. When these bus photos are placed next to the creature spotted in the water, it becomes evident just how large the creature is. The guest estimates that the sea creature is at least 70 feet or possibly even larger in size. The show host, somewhat skeptical, asks the guest if it's the same creature that was spotted in another part of the ocean earlier. The guest suggests that it's possible, as great white sharks are known to travel long distances, so these creatures could do the same. All these facts indeed point toward the possibility that this may have been a megalodon sighting, potentially millions of years after it was believed to have gone extinct. The video comes from a homeowner who, one night, heard strange noises coming from the woods outside his house. His dog was also agitated, continuously barking. Curiosity and concern led him to take his dog outside to investigate, and what they witnessed was truly terrifying. In the video, the owner shines a flashlight into the woods as his dog investigates. However, in the background, there are two pairs of eerie eyes lurking in the darkness. These eyes remain perfectly still, unnoticed even by the vigilant dog. It appears that the eyes become aware of the owner noticing them, prompting both pairs to briefly hide. But when the dog eventually leaves, and the owner shines his light again, the lurking and stalking eyes reappear. This unsettling encounter raises questions about what these lurking and stalking beings might be. It's indeed a situation that calls for caution and possibly involving law enforcement to investigate further, as checking them alone could be an invitation to a bad encounter. In this video, we see a trucker from Arizona who had a rather eerie encounter while driving on a dark highway. As the video unfolds, the trucker is cruising along the highway late at night. However, something unusual catches their attention. A figure standing completely still right on the side of the road still. This figure appears to have a human-like shape, but it's just standing there on the road of the highway in the dead of night. It's quite puzzling why someone would be in such a place at that hour. It also seems as if this mysterious figure materialized out of thin air in front of the driver, although the darkness makes it difficult to say for certain. Regardless, the trucker made a wise decision not to stop and instead kept driving past the mysterious figure. Encountering mysterious and potentially unknown creatures in the depths of the forest can indeed be a spine-chilling experience. In such cases, it's important to prioritize safety and exercise caution. In this video, a lost hiker unintentionally wanders deep into the dense woods. While recording his journey, he hears a creepy noise up ahead. He points his camera in that direction and is shocked to see a terrifying creature lurking in the dark woods.
Oh my god.
This creature is really tall and it's staring right at the hiker through the camera. When the creature realizes that it's been noticed, the creature suddenly disappears into the darkness. The video quality isn't great, and it's challenging to make out specific details. But we can make out that the creature was tall and had a human-like body shape. Encountering such a huge and terrifying creature, lurking and watching, is really bone-chilling. It reminds us that the forest hides many unknown and frightening secrets. Amidst numerous Bigfoot sightings, the elusive creature's chilling face has rarely been captured up close. In this video, recorded by an adventurer exploring a forest at night, we are taken on a tense journey. As the adventurer uses his camera flash to illuminate the surroundings, he zooms in on a figure standing in the distance. What comes into focus is a horrifying and spine-tingling sight. A creepy and eerie creature staring directly back at us. The creature's unsettling face is characterized by an unsettling wild grin with two lifeless eyes that only intensify its cryptic aura. As the adventurer notices this creature and calls out, it swiftly runs away. The creature's size and physical appearance strongly resemble that of a Bigfoot, and the uploader himself believes it to be one. Regardless of its identity, encountering such a creature firsthand is an undeniably hair-raising experience. This video is from a home security camera from a Florida house. In the footage, we can witness a humanoid figure with ghostly characteristics calmly strolling. The figure appears slightly hunched, as if it's on a mission to find something or someone. Its entire body lacks any fur, and it moves in an eerie and unsettling manner. The residents in the area have also reported similar incidents happening before, leading them to believe that this figure or creature comes from the nearby forest and messes with their trash bins. However, the big mystery is, what was this creature searching for? Was it on the hunt for its next meal, or simply wandering around the neighborhood with an unknown purpose? This person was enjoying the sun and the beautiful view of nature in a forest. However, little did they know that they weren't alone in savoring the view. In the video, we can see a large bear-like creature lurking in the woods at a distance. However, as the camera zoomed in, it became evident that this creature was not a bear at all. It had a significant size and was covered in a thick, dark brown fur. While some might speculate that it could be an orangutan due to the brown fur, it's crucial to emphasize that orangutans are typically not as large as the creature depicted in the video. The person who posted the video also mentioned that they initially thought it was a bear, but it continued to lurk even as they recorded from the bushes. It's eerie to think that this creature seemed to have its sights set on them, even when they were trying to hide. What do you think this mysterious creature could be? Could it be the legendary Bigfoot? Have you ever thought about scary things that could happen on a highway at night? But I bet seeing a skinwalker was not on that list. This video comes from a highway camera, and at first everything seems normal with traffic flowing as usual. Then, from the side of the road, a creature appears running and leaping over the road fence to cross the highway. It happens so quickly, and it jumps like a deer. You might think, could it be a deer? But no. When we zoom in on this and slow the video down, we can make out this creature's eerie features. It looks like a humanoid creature that is hunched up and walking on all fours. The quality of the video is low, but I can see its body, which has no fur, just naked skin. All these appearances of this creature make me think that it was, after all, a skinwalker. A homeowner was startled by eerie screeching sounds coming from outside his house. Curiosity led him to investigate the source, but what he discovered was nothing short of a nightmare. In the video, the view showed dark bushes, and as the homeowner moved the camera, he noticed a distant figure within the bushes lurking. This figure had a humanoid shape with an alien-like head. The creature remained motionless, fixating a chilling and unsettling gaze upon the camera. The sheer terror emanating from its eyes sent shivers down the homeowner's spine. Overwhelmed by fear, the homeowner shouted at the creature.
What do you want?
In response, the enigmatic being retreated into the bushes, disappearing from sight. What exactly was this humanoid figure? Was it an extraterrestrial being? Or could it have been something even more sinister and dreadful? A TikTok user by the name of Cryptid University claimed to have captured footage of Bigfoot lurking in the woods. In the video, an elk is calmly grazing and going about its business, nothing out of the ordinary at first glance. However, when we zoom in on the background, we can discern some intriguing details. White or gray hair, and certain facial features of a figure hidden in the woods. What's particularly eerie about this encounter is that the creature in the background is incredibly stealthy. Even though elk are known for their sensitivity to noise, they don't seem to detect this mysterious figure's movements. Additionally, judging by its size compared to the surrounding trees, it appears to be quite large. The question that arises is the creature's intent in stalking the elk. Is it merely observing the elk out of curiosity, or does it have more sinister motives, possibly considering the elk as its next potential meal? A Russian family was on their way home, driving along a forest road, when they noticed something unusual in the woods and decided to start recording. In the video, the family appeared visibly distressed, and their voices reflected their anxiety as they spotted a mysterious creature in the forest. This creature had a striking resemblance to an ape or a gorilla, covered in thick dark black fur, and is casually moving through the woods. What made this encounter even more intriguing was the fact that, as local residents, the family had never come across such a creature in the forest before. It marked their first sighting of such an unusual being for the area. While they believed it might have been a Bigfoot, the low quality of the video and the distance from which it was recorded made it challenging to definitively identify the creature, regardless of its true identity. Thank God that the family wisely chose to remain inside their car, avoiding any potential danger or interaction with the enigmatic forest dweller. This video comes from a hiker who was out in the wilderness, initially thinking that a bear was stalking him. Concerned about his safety, he began recording the situation. However, when he zoomed in and focused on what he believed to be the bear, he discovered something entirely different. The creature in question wasn't a bear at all. It was a strange hybrid, appearing to be a combination of a humanoid and an ape. This peculiar being stood motionless, fixating a lifeless gaze upon the hiker. What made this encounter even creepier was the hiker's isolation. He was all alone in the wilderness, and had the creature decided to pursue him, he would have been defenseless. The creature's entire body was covered in dark black fur, resembling the description often associated with Bigfoot. However, the motives behind this Bigfoot-like creature's interest in the hiker remained a mystery. This trail camera footage dates back to 2016 and is believed to capture a sighting of Bigfoot. In the video, a hairy creature stands in front of the trail camera, completely blocking the frame. It displays long brown fur covering its body and seems to be interacting with the trail camera. Some individuals seeing this video have suggested that this might have been an orangutan or a bear, driven by curiosity about the camera. While orangutans do have a similar brownish coat, there are notable differences. So if it is a known animal, it will most likely be a bear. The creature in the video has notably bulky and wide limbs. It could be the hind legs of a bear standing up, although it still looks a bit strange to be that. So, what could it have been? Some speculate that this might indeed be a legendary Bigfoot, a creature often associated with such sightings due to its elusive nature and large, hairy appearance. However, as with many cryptid sightings, conclusive evidence remains elusive. In this video, a group of individuals initially focuses their camera on something unusual in a distant field from their car. As the camera zooms in, it becomes evident that the object in question is not a stationary item like a stone, but rather a living creature in motion. This creature appears entirely black and is covered in a thick coat of black hair all over its body. What stands out is its massive body frame and the way it walks, resembling a humanoid figure. The intriguing aspect is that this sighting occurs in a remote location, with a jungle situated above the field. This suggests the possibility that the creature might have emerged from the jungle and is now returning to it. All the characteristics and behavior seen in the video align with the typical descriptions associated with Bigfoot sightings. It's worth noting that Bigfoot legends usually depict the creature residing deep within forests, far from human civilization. However, this video challenges that assumption, suggesting that Bigfoot could potentially also can venture into open fields. Often, encounters with ghosts and spirits are commonly associated with security or trail cameras. However, have you ever witnessed a spirit during a live TV show? In a video featuring English television presenter and journalist James May hosting a program called Our Man in Italy, something intriguing was noticed by viewers in the background. While James May was sharing his forest travel experiences with the camera, an eerie humanoid transparent figure seemed to materialize out of nowhere and then dissolve in the same manner. Additionally, in another scene, this same figure appeared and then promptly disappeared. Initially, many viewers presumed it to be an editing mistake, but a significant number of them are convinced that what they witnessed was an authentic sighting of a ghost or spirit during a live television broadcast. The final verdict, however, I leave it for you, the viewers, to decide. This video comes from Indonesia, where the camera captures a scene atop a hill. In this footage, a figure emerges on the edge and appears to be moving casually. We can also hear the unease in the local people who are standing by, witnessing this unsettling sight. Locals mentioned that they've encountered this mysterious creature on multiple occasions during the night, but this was the first daytime sighting, and it was on the hill's edge. From a distance, this creature resembles a massive, dark-skinned being and it seems to lack legs, appearing to slide its lower body along the ground. Regrettably, the video is quite brief, and the creature disappears after a few seconds. Consequently, we can't determine the precise identity of the creature we observed. Nevertheless, whatever it may be, it is undeniably eerie. An eagerly anticipated family forest outing turned nightmarish when they were startled by a distant, menacing growl. Fear and distress gripped the woman and children, while the man behind the camera tried to calm them and identify the source of the growl. In the midst of this tension, the man briefly captured a dark figure emerging from nearby bushes before it vanished. His own fearful yell prompted a terrifying growl from the creature, which then began to move. The children, seeing this, cried in fear. However, the father deserves credit for comforting his terrified children. The creature bore a resemblance to Bigfoot upon closer inspection, a massive humanoid figure. Whether it was truly Bigfoot or not, its hostile and agitated demeanor, especially in such close proximity to the family, was deeply unsettling. This video hails from St. Elmo, Illinois, dating back to 2012. In this footage, a hiker is seen pointing towards a distant object. Over yonder, a tall and massive creature stands motionless. This creature is wrapped in a black covering and possesses a body shape resembling that of a human, complete with limbs and a head. What truly stands out about this creature is its remarkable height. If you take a moment to observe the trees in its vicinity, you'll notice that in comparison, this creature appears to be around 12 to 14 feet tall. Towards the end of the video, this Bigfoot-like creature seems to be startled by something and then abruptly takes off running. Interestingly, the St. Elmo area in Illinois has reported numerous sightings of similar Bigfoot-like creatures. What are your thoughts on this formidable being? You might have come across numerous Bigfoot sightings in forests and hills, but this video presents a rather unique scenario. A Bigfoot-like figure leisurely relaxing and bathing in a lake on Vancouver Island. In the footage, we see a dark figure with a head that appears entirely black, and its shape doesn't quite match what we typically associate with known creatures. While it's possible to consider it might be a gorilla indulging in a daily bath, some notable distinctions come into play. Gorillas are known for their massive shoulders, and this figure doesn't quite exhibit that feature. Moreover, apes and gorillas are not proficient swimmers, and according to the hiker who captured this video, the pond or lake appeared to be quite deep. So, if it wasn't a gorilla or an ape, the question arises, could it possibly be a Bigfoot taking a casual dip in the lake? What do you think? A TikTok user posted a video claiming to have captured an unusual occurrence akin to a glitch in the Matrix. In the video, we see the perspective from a car window showing a bush seemingly engulfed in flames. However, when the camera is moved to the side to record the bush without the car glass window, there is no sign of fire. Yet, when the camera is directed back through the car window, the bush appears to be ablaze once more. The person behind the camera repeats this a few times to rule out any potential camera malfunction or error. This sight is genuinely confusing, and it gives the impression of some sort of mystical or magical phenomenon. Nevertheless, if there is a plausible scientific explanation for this peculiar occurrence, it would be valuable to share it with others in the comments section. This trail camera footage captures an exceptionally large and striking Bigfoot lurking in the woods. In the video, we can see a massive, dark figure moving subtly among the trees. This creature appears to have the typical black fur associated with Bigfoot, and its enormous size is quite striking. A straightforward comparison with a nearby tree highlights the creature's immense size. Just look at the tree's width compared to the sheer bulk of this giant being. Unfortunately, despite the video having relatively good picture quality compared to other Bigfoot sightings, it's still challenging to make out any details of the creature's face due to the darkness in the area where it is located. Nonetheless, the knowledge that such an enormous creature exists is itself a rather unsettling experience. I really enjoy long drives at night, but when I come across footage like this, it makes me reconsider heading out for those nighttime drives. In this video, filmed from inside a car, we spot a sizable object or creature positioned in the middle of the road at some distance ahead. Observing this, the driver slows down the car, both to get a better look at it and to allow this supposed creature some time to move away from the road. However, this enigmatic presence remains stationary and doesn't show any signs of movement. It almost seems as if this entity was simply waiting there for the car to pass by. The video ends before the car actually reaches this mysterious figure, but it leaves me wondering about what might have unfolded as they approached it. This video captures an eerie and unsettling sight in the nighttime. Something peculiar and creepy, situated on a distant tree. The person behind the camera describes this entity as appearing rather aggressive, and even causing the tree to shake slightly. This strange creature possesses a highly unusual body shape and an atypical coloration that doesn't resemble any known living beings. It presents a curious combination of colors, featuring half white and half black, with a hint of brownish hue. The camera person notes that this mysterious entity repeatedly approaches and perches on the tree. However, throughout the entire video, this enigmatic figure remains completely still and stationary. It's possible that it may have become aware of someone recording it and decided to stay still in an attempt to conceal itself. Alternatively, it could be entirely unaware of the person filming it. This video is more amusing and lighthearted than unsettling or scary. It features cunning parents who decide to play a prank on their children during a forest lake adventure. While the kids are enjoying their outdoor escapade, one of them, riding a quad bike, spots something in the woods and in pure fear runs towards their parents, claiming to have seen a Bigfoot in the forest.
Bigfoot! I swear! No!
As the child reaches their parents, the supposed Bigfoot emerges from the forest and starts running towards them. In response, another child also rushes to the parents in fear. What's even more amusing is that the dog in the video doesn't seem to be too concerned, as it apparently already knew that there was no real threat from a Bigfoot. A video recently surfaced on Facebook, shared by a woman who captioned it as "Massive Bigfoots spotted in my backyard." In the video, we can observe a wintry landscape with a mysterious dark figure resembling Bigfoot lurking and moving along the edge of a forest. This enigmatic creature appears to be of substantial size, and its eerie presence is undeniably unsettling. As it traverses the forest's edge, it eventually disappears from sight. The lady who uploaded this video also made the claim that this shadowy figure has occasionally been following her through the woods, though it was often elusive and not clearly visible during those encounters. This recent sighting marks the first time she has come face to face with this creature, leaving her profoundly shaken and fearful. Considering the circumstances, what course of action should this woman take? Should she promptly vacate her property, or should she attempt to confront this imposing creature? In recent times, it appears that even spirits and ghosts are trying to stay fit and healthy to instill fear in today's generation. In a recent video, we witness a rather unusual occurrence. An exercise machine in an open gym facility is seen moving on its own. Strikingly, there is no one seated on the machine, yet it continues to move as if someone is actively exercising on it. While it's true that such equipment can exhibit minor movements due to various factors, what sets this incident apart is the sustained and uninterrupted motion that persists for a solid 30 seconds in the video. What makes this occurrence even more intriguing is the fact that the force required to move the machine fluidly in this manner seems beyond the influence of common factors like wind or vibrations. This raises the question, could it possibly be a spirit engaging in a workout routine, perhaps honing its spectral strength to further terrify the locals? The depths of both the deep ocean and dense forests have been known to hold mysterious and utterly spine-tingling occurrences. Such an unusual incident was recently captured by a drone camera as it glided above a forest. In the video, we are presented with an overhead view of a densely wooded area, thick with towering trees. Upon closer examination, one particular tree grabs our attention as it violently shakes and appears to be in motion, colliding with its neighboring trees. The drone camera then pans to survey the surrounding trees, revealing that they remain completely still and undisturbed, with no sign of any prevailing wind. Returning its focus to the peculiar tree, it becomes evident that not only is it moving, but it's doing so at a surprisingly swift pace, now noticeably displaced from its original position. Some viewers who have witnessed this enigmatic footage have speculated that it could be a heavy-duty harvester in action, felling and transporting the tree. However, a noteworthy point is that harvesters typically transport trees horizontally, making the vertical movement of this particular tree phenomenon all the more puzzling. Many ancient stories suggest the existence of Greek giants in the past, often based on the discovery of large bones. However, these giants are long gone, and you won't find them in today's world. Or will you? There's a video from an unknown part of a Canadian mountain where a man is recording something unusual. In the video, the man tells his friend that there's a person standing on top of the mountain, but his friend doesn't believe him.
There's a person standing there. No, it's not!
The figure on the mountain is standing very still, and when you look at it from a distance, it appears quite large. Some people might argue that it could be the top of a tree, but the strange thing is that it's all alone. If it were a treetop, you'd expect to see more like it nearby. So what could it be? Was it really a giant that was spotted? You can find thousands of Bigfoot sighting videos on the internet, but most of them are of low quality or taken from a long way off. However, this particular footage was captured in high quality by a hiker who was out recording the beauty of nature. While enjoying the forest sounds, the hiker suddenly heard heavy footsteps approaching from ahead. The video begins with a massive black figure moving closer to the camera. As it comes nearer, we can see that it's covered in thick black fur, and its body and arms are exceptionally large. Eventually, the creature gets very close to the camera, and we get a good look at its eerie and unsettling face. Its facial features seem to be a strange mix of a gorilla and a human, and it appears to be quite angry. Of course, there's always the possibility that this video could be a fake, with someone in a Bigfoot suit. However, the size of the creature is way too huge for a human. Up close, it looks like this Bigfoot-like creature could be around 10 to 12 feet tall. Whatever it was, thank God it didn't notice the hiker. This video comes from Siberia's Baikal Lake, where a group of explorers stumbled upon something truly bizarre trapped in the ice. The video begins as the group's device signals that something is buried beneath the frozen surface.
I got a very strong signal.
They start clearing away the snow with their hands, and as they do, they catch a glimpse of something white encased in the frozen lake. Their curiosity piqued, they continue removing more snow, and as the surface becomes clearer, they reveal what appears to be a face trapped within the ice. However, this is no ordinary face. It bears a striking resemblance to a yeti. Its eyes are hollow, and its facial features are remarkably large. The creature even has pale white skin. In light of this discovery, my advice to the group would be to cover the snow back up, and it's better to leave the creature undisturbed inside the ice. This video surfaced on TikTok and was subsequently reposted. The original uploader claimed to have captured a real sighting of a yeti. The video unfolds with two friends venturing into a forest at night, for God knows why. As they record their exploration, they start hearing rumbling sounds coming from the bushes, and when they turn the camera towards the noise, there's no one to be seen. Moments later, they hear branches cracking again, and the man aims the camera in that direction. But once more, there's nothing there. Paranoia starts to take hold, and they become visibly scared. Then, as the uploader pans the camera around to capture the source of the sound, he unexpectedly spots a figure standing at a distance. He zooms in on the figure, revealing a disturbing and spine-chilling sight. Creature staring directly at the camera with lifeless, unsettling eyes. As the friends notice the creature, it abruptly flees. It was a genuinely eerie encounter, as the expressionless look on the creature's face was incredibly strange, but it was undeniably terrifying. Spotting a monstrous creature like Bigfoot is scary on its own, but when you witness them lurking and darting from the darkness, it takes the creepiness and fear to a whole new level. This video was captured by a man who claims that something was trailing him while he was returning home from a 24/7 store at 1 a.m. In the video, we can clearly see two glowing eyes peering out from the darkness, and they seem to be looking directly at the camera. The person who uploaded the video mentions that these eyes followed him, and he's not sure what to do about it.
It's staring at me. They followed me home from the gifting rock. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning right now. I think I don't know what to do.
Also, these eyes appear to be at a considerable height, ruling out the possibility of them belonging to most forest animals. So, what could this staring entity be? Perhaps the man recording should try offering it an apple to see if he can make a new friend out of it. This video originates from a feeder camera located near the California border. In the footage, we can observe an ape or gorilla-like creature gazing directly at the camera, or possibly trying to access some food from the feeder. After a few moments of this camera stare, the creature moves away. What makes this encounter peculiar is that the camera was positioned about 12 feet above the feeder, yet the ape-like creature appears remarkably close to it. This suggests that the creature must have been at least 10 feet in height. Additionally, the feeder was situated below, and the creature was looking upward, indicating that it was initially aware of the camera's presence. Opinions on this video vary. Some viewers believe it could be a sighting of the legendary Bigfoot, while others speculate that it might simply be a large-sized ape. What are your thoughts on the matter? I don't know what it is with the night hikers, as they always find themselves in creepy forest stalking encounters. This video comes from a night hiker who was out to capture some footage of hedgehogs or foxes in the forest. While scanning the area, he suddenly notices something massive lurking in the distance, seemingly watching him. As he turns the camera towards this figure, it appears to be moving away at first, but then he realizes that it's not retreating. It's actually coming closer, heading straight toward him. Frightened by this, the hiker runs for his life and manages to escape. In a close-up shot, we can see that the figure is a huge black creature with a humanoid appearance. Its body is broad and covered in a black coat. The most spine-chilling detail is its face, which seems to have an unnaturally wide open mouth. The entire encounter was undeniably eerie and quite bizarre. This video, posted on Facebook, is quite old and appears in black and white. The uploader mentioned that it was filmed by his grandfather using black and white camera. In the video, we can see a view of a jungle, and right in front of us, there's a creature resembling Bigfoot walking. This creature is enormous and moves in a posture that's eerily similar to a human. While it might resemble a gorilla or an ape, its sheer size is what makes it truly terrifying. The creature appears to be strolling casually, going about its own business. This footage was captured from a hidden vantage point, and it tracks the creature until it disappears into the woods. One can only imagine that the uploader's grandfather may have known a lot more about these creatures based on this remarkable video alone. The sky is undeniably fascinating, where we occasionally spot unidentified flying objects, strange phenomena, and even mysterious creatures. In this video, we witness one such encounter. It starts with a view of an airplane soaring through the clear sky, and then something extraordinary happens. An unidentified object or entity approaches from the front and swiftly darts past the plane, narrowly avoiding a collision. Upon closer inspection and zooming in on the object, it becomes clear that this is unlike any bird or familiar flying creature we know. It has a plate-like lower body with a round top, resembling a housing for a pilot, much like what we associate with a typical UFO. Moreover, the object exhibits remarkable speed, and the fact that it came so close to the plane adds an element of fear and terror to the encounter. As for what this flying object might be, it remains a mystery, and interpretations can vary widely. What are your thoughts on it? A Reddit user named Micey3 shared this video and posed a question to the community. What exactly is that mysterious presence in the video, peering back at him from the bushes? In the footage, we can clearly see two luminous eyes lurking from within the dense bushes, fixated on the camera operator. The sight is deeply unsettling because it provides a slight glimpse of this creature's face and head shape, which resembles something akin to a Bigfoot lurking in the shadows. What adds to the eerie atmosphere is the uncertainty of why this creature is staring so intently at the cameraman. Is it hiding itself, waiting for the right moment to run away, or is it contemplating the camera operator as a potential meal? The answer remains shrouded in mystery, leaving room for speculation and imagination. While hiking in the mountains of Turkey, a group of hikers had an unforgettable and terrifying encounter. The video they captured shows them exploring the hills of Mount Kaz, with everything initially seeming calm and relaxed. They were casually talking and enjoying their trek until suddenly one of their friends becomes frightened and urges the others to look at something on the side of a cliff.
Ahmet sakın şu an her yerde çıkabilir, her an çıkabilir. Bu
Allah Ömer abi, Ömer abi sanda.
bir dakika.
Sanda.
Nerede?
Baba,
Yukarıda. Tamam gördüm. Gördüm bir dakika bak. Gördüm.
Boynuzlara bak. Tamam işte.
Ahmet bu boynuzlu şerşapal bu Ahmet. Boynuzlu şerşapal
Dediğin
bak.
abi bu. Büyük boynuzu var.
Burayı koruyan boynuzlu şerşapal bu çok güçlü.
As the camera person turns the camera towards the cliff, they spot two glowing eyes peering down from the top. Upon zooming in, they realize that it's a creature resembling a screwhorn with its distinctive twisted horns. However, what makes this sighting exceptionally creepy are the eyes. They don't resemble the eyes of a screwhorn or any other typical animal. Instead, they appear soulless and strangely human-like. Speculations arise, with some suggesting that this might be a skinwalker in disguise, taking on the form of a screwhorn to conceal its true nature. A video was posted on TikTok by a user named The Weird Shelf. In the video, a man is seen with his dog, and both of them notice something in the distance. They spot a creature moving around in the bushes up ahead. The dog, all excited, takes off after it. The man tries to stop the dog, but it's too eager and fast. As the dog barks and chases the strange creature, it starts to move back into the forest. When we zoom in closely, we can see that this creature looks like a mix of an ape and a human, and it has a thick black coat of fur. It's also quite large compared to the surrounding bushes, and stands upright. What do you think this creature could have been? Hikers often have encounters with strange creatures, and one such unsettling experience was recorded by an unfortunate hiker. In the video, we can see the hiker, who seems anxious and scared, moving the camera hastily. As he continues, he hears the sound of a nearby tree shaking. He quickly turns the camera towards the source and witnesses the tree violently trembling. Upon zooming in, he spots an incredibly odd and huge humanoid creature, causing the commotion. This sight terrifies the hiker. As he records this horrifying being, it becomes aware of his presence and starts making frightening grunting and growling sounds. Hearing these unsettling noises, the hiker runs for his life, and the video ends. When we get a closer look at this creature, we can see that it's quite massive and covered in thick fur. Its face looks quite strange and is unlike any known animal. Could it be an ape or a massive gorilla? Or perhaps something even more ominous, like a Bigfoot? This next video comes from a Russian road camera and captures a truly unusual phenomenon. In the video, we can see a view of a remote road. After a few seconds, a light orb begins to form in front of us in the woods. At first, this orb is relatively dim, but then it suddenly becomes brilliantly bright. Afterward, the orb starts to move. It glides and passes right beside the camera, eventually moving out of the frame. This occurrence is quite strange because the light was simply a radiant orb. There were no discernible outlines of its source or the object emitting it. It was just pure, unexplained light. If you have any ideas or explanations for the strange orb, please share them in the comments below for others to see. Just like humans, some people believe that ghosts might have children, and they too might want to play just like we do. This video captures something that seems like that. In the video, we can see a tricycle moving all by itself. Its pedals are moving as if someone is riding it even though there's no one there. It goes on for a while and then tips over. Some people who've seen this video suggest that maybe the floor slope is causing the tricycle to move, or it could be the wind. These explanations could make sense, but the owner of the place confirmed that the floor was perfectly level. Also, if it were the wind, why would it only affect the tricycle? This video is quite puzzling because there's a mystery surrounding why the tricycle is behaving this way. This video was filmed by a fisherman while he was boating on a Canadian lake. While he was cruising along, he noticed a figure passing at the edge of the forest in the distance. Even though the distance was considerable, we can see that the creature appears to resemble Bigfoot. It's also possible that it could have been a very large ape or gorilla because they too have fur and a similar shape to this creature. However, its enormous size suggested that it was the mighty Bigfoot. If you compare its size to the trees in the background, it looks like this Bigfoot-like creature could be between 10 and 12 feet tall. Thankfully, it didn't appear to be able to swim. Otherwise, it might have swum towards the boat and caused a very tense situation. A man claimed to have recorded footage of the rake near his house. The video begins with a cameraman pointing his camera at some bushes at nighttime. It seems like he saw something and is using a flashlight to get a better look. While investigating the bushes, he spots something in the distance, but can't quite make out if it's an animal or something else. However, as he continues to observe, it becomes clear to him, and he starts shouting at it.
Yeah.
The man then approaches to get a closer look and discovers a strange creature lurking there. It was a truly terrifying sight for both the viewers and the cameraman, prompting him to run away. The man claimed it was a rake, which is typically described as a tall, hairless, pale humanoid creature. What do you think it could have been? This video comes from Brazil, showing a security camera view of a staircase. In the footage, we can see a woman descending the stairs, but there's something unusual happening at the other end. A dark and shadowy figure appears in front of her, and understandably, the woman decides to do what any sensible person would. She starts running. This dark, smoky figure is enormous, almost like it's engulfing the entire staircase with its eerie presence. As the woman runs, we can see that this figure seems to float above the stairs and pursues her with lightning-fast speed. Encountering something like this and being chased by it must have been a truly terrifying experience. We can only hope that the woman was okay after this encounter. This video was posted on Facebook by a mom who wanted to show off her baby's cute new hat. The post received lots of comments, but not just about the baby's hat. In the video, it can be seen that the mother is recording her baby's new flashy hat, and suddenly, in the background in the doorway, someone or something passes by very quickly. At that moment, the mom didn't notice it. The figure was really strange, as it appeared to be a child demon because of its height, and it was completely black, with no light reflecting off its body. One can only imagine the shock and surprise the mom must have felt when she eventually realized that an unexpected guest had appeared in their home. Dogs are known for sensing things that the human mind may not comprehend or see with our eyes. This video is captured by a home security camera, and in it we see a vigilant dog standing on the balcony, gazing suspiciously out into the yard. After a while, the dog starts barking, clearly spooked by something. Suddenly, a strange set of disembodied legs swiftly runs across the background. Witnessing this, the dog seems surprised and scared by the sight and decides to go back inside. Upon closer inspection, the shadowy figure of the legs appears to be small and moves quite swiftly. It also seems to leave a dark, smoky trail behind as it moves. This video is from Nepal and shows a very unusual creature grabbing onto a goat. In the video, we can see the goat owners holding sticks and appearing to be searching for something or someone. The goats seem distressed and frightened, trying to escape from some unseen threat. Then, we witness the source of the goat's terror. A strange creature latched onto the goat's downside. At first glance, it may resemble a chimpanzee, perhaps seeking milk. But upon closer examination of its face, it becomes clear that it doesn't resemble a chimpanzee from any angle. Identifying what this strange creature might be is a challenge. Its intentions toward the goats are uncertain and remain a mystery. This strange and unsettling video was shared by a TikTok user who claimed to have captured a witch in their village. In the video, there is a peculiar humanoid figure perched on top of a house. This creature appears to be thin and is without any fur or clothing. As the local residents gather around, this eerie being seems to focus its gaze on them. You can observe an unsettling, otherworldly look in its eyes as it stares blankly at the camera. This creature also appears to be quite large and is hunched over on the roof, while there's a possibility that it could be a person who is intoxicated and suffering from addiction. Hospitals are places meant for our well-being, but occasionally they become the backdrop for eerie and inexplicable encounters. This video depicts one such instance. In the video, a patient is peacefully sleeping in his bed. Suddenly, something unusual happens. He awakens in a state of panic. The man flips around, struggling as if someone or something is on top of him, pressing him down into the bed. He fights for his life and manages to barely free himself from this ghostly presence. Following the encounter, a nurse enters the room, surprised by the patient's sudden distress. There could be several possible explanations for this incident, ranging from a medical episode like epilepsy to a ghostly encounter. Regardless of the cause, it's undoubtedly an unsettling sight to witness. In a video circulating on TikTok, the uploader claims to have captured a real sighting of the legendary Bigfoot while hiking. In the video, we can see a dark figure visible in the distance, surprising the cameraman as he spots it. They zoom in to get a closer look, revealing a creature that appears to be a blend of a human and an ape. This creature is covered in thick black fur and has a wide body frame. What makes it even more eerie is that it stands there, staring directly at the camera, seemingly displeased about being filmed. As for what this creature might be, it's difficult to say definitively. So, it's possible that the TikTok user captured something unusual, but whether it's actually Bigfoot or not remains a mystery. Hiking in the forest is a great way to clear your mind and get rid of the stress and tiredness from daily life. But every now and then, these nature getaways can take a strange and spooky turn. This video was taken by a hiker in the Canadian wilderness. At first, it shows a peaceful view of a lake, and everything seems normal. However, as we zoom in on the video, we can see a bizarre zombie-like figure walking on the opposite side of the lake. This figure is entirely white and has a human-like shape. Its walking is strange and unsettling. What adds to the eerie atmosphere is that this figure disappears into an opening that resembles a cave on the far side of the lake. I have absolutely no desire to find out what might be lurking inside that cave. A man posted a video on Facebook to show his friends why he left his old home, as they were worried about why he moved. In the video, we see an empty basement, and the man recording it seems really scared and cautious of something. Then, as he tries to pick up a rod, it falls and makes a lot of noise, which makes him even more nervous.
Is there in there? Forest. Shit.
After a while, he hears clear footsteps from above, as if someone is running, even though he's alone in the house, and it should be empty. The man decides to go upstairs to check, and as he does, doors start banging loudly in the rooms. It's really intense and scary. Suddenly, the banging gets even louder. And the room right next to where the man is standing starts banging really fast and terrifyingly. He begins to check the doors to find where the banging is coming from. Eventually, he tries to talk to the ghost, saying he's just there to get his things and asking it to let him do that.
Let's have it out, man. I'm leaving. Just let me get my shit and go.
Then, something really frightening happens. As the man goes into the basement, his camera flashlight goes off, and he hears a loud bang from upstairs again.
What the fuck? Hold on. Goddamn camera. Fuck this, I don't have enough light.
Slowly, he checks the stairs to see what's causing the noise, and we see a dark figure passing by the doorway. The video ends there. This video was truly scary and eerie. It shows how a strong ghost presence can be felt in haunted houses. I'm sure his friends now understand why he left that house. In Florida, a group of hikers came across a river in the Ocala forest, and they noticed something unusual crossing it in the distance. This figure had an orange hue, making it initially resemble an orangutan. But as the person recording zoomed in, they discovered it wasn't an orangutan at all. It was a creature that looked like a human. This creature had a slightly hunched posture and a broad body shape. Some people who saw the video think it might be a person dressed up in a Bigfoot costume, which is possible. However, others, based on its features, believe it could actually be the legendary Bigfoot. What do you think about this mysterious creature? In this video, a woman recorded some really strange and eerie screams that were coming from the forest. These screams were quite loud and had an unsettling quality to them. It almost sounded like they were coming from multiple creatures at the same time.
What that is.
While it's possible that mountain lions, known for their creepy, human-like screams, could be responsible, there was something different about these screams. They had a deep rumbling quality that was rather unusual. Some people speculate that these sounds might be connected to skinwalkers, beings from folklore known for producing terrifying screams to communicate with other skinwalkers. Thankfully, the woman who was recording the video decided not to go on a detective mission and venture into the forest to investigate the source of the screams. Security cameras are meant to keep us safe, but sometimes they capture strange and unsettling things. There's a video posted by a TikTok account called Paranormal Highway claiming to show a ghostly sighting. In the video, we can see a door, and after a while, the door handle starts to turn. It turns several times as if someone on the other side is trying to open the door. But here's the strange part. There was no one at home during this time. As the doorknob fully turns, the door swings open, and to our surprise, there's no one on the other side. However, the security camera notices a human-like shape and records an outline of a person. This was a really unusual encounter, because there shouldn't have been anyone in the house at that moment. It might be a good idea for the homeowner to start thinking about finding another place to stay. This video was shared on the internet by a user named Squatchwatchers, who's dedicated to finding footage of the legendary Sasquatch creature. In the video taken by an unknown hiker, the camera is pointed at the trees in the distance. Suddenly, a huge figure emerges from the woods, and we can see it moving. This creature is very tall and has a big body with thick brown fur. Then, out of nowhere, this massive being stops and seems to notice something, and it starts running back into the forest. The video ends there. The person who recorded the video believes it's Bigfoot and thinks it spotted the camera and ran away. It's quite fascinating to catch a glimpse of these legendary creatures, and this video might just be one of those rare sightings. Hospitals are usually busy during the day, but they can take on a different atmosphere at night. A patient recorded an unusual encounter in their hospital room at night. In the video, it's a children's room, and the bed in front of the patient, who is recording, starts to act strangely. The bed sheets are moving around wildly even though there's no one on or near the bed. Some might say it's because of a fan, but it's not the usual kind of wind disturbance you'd expect from a fan. Another possibility is that it's a movable fan, but if that were the case, it should be mounted on the wall. At the very beginning of the video, we don't see anything on the wall. So, could it be a child ghost trying to spook the patients? What do you think? This video shows a dramatic encounter between a snake and a woodpecker. In the video's beginning, we witness the woodpecker spotting the snake emerging from a tree and attempting to attack it. However, the snake gets provoked and fights back, delivering a forceful bite to the woodpecker. The bite is so powerful that it paralyzes the unfortunate woodpecker, leaving it struggling for its life. After a few seconds of intense struggle, the snake eventually releases the woodpecker, and the bird falls. We don't see the aftermath of this encounter, but one thing is certain: the woodpecker is likely to succumb to the snake's venom in a matter of minutes. The speed at which the snake attacked is indeed both fascinating and unsettling, making one wonder about the potential consequences if such snakes were to live in the walls of our homes. Jaywalking is typically illegal in most US states and many other countries, and law enforcement can take action against humans who do it. But what if the jaywalker isn't a human? In a traffic light camera video from Mexico, a strange occurrence is captured. On the side of the road, there appears to be a dark, smoky, and transparent figure. This figure doesn't have a solid form and resembles a human shape. After a while, it starts jaywalking, and it looks like a transparent, smoky human taking steps, similar to a living person. It crosses the road and materializes into thin air. Local residents believe that this figure might be the ghost of a boy who was involved in an accident on the same road. They say this ghost now jaywalks on this road every night. It's a mysterious and eerie phenomenon that has left people with many questions and a haunting story to tell. Some people have a strong belief in real-life superheroes with extraordinary abilities like those seen in movies. In a mysterious video captured by a traffic camera, such a perplexing scene unfolds. Initially, the road appears completely empty, and then suddenly, seemingly out of nowhere, a woman mysteriously appears. She's carrying heavy bags, and her manner of walking suggests she's older. So it's puzzling how she could have moved so quickly that even the camera didn't capture her arrival. Some individuals think that there might have been a malfunction with the camera, causing it to momentarily stop and then resume when the lady was already at that point. This explanation could be plausible, especially if there's no visible timestamp in the video. However, if it isn't a technical glitch, it would indeed be fascinating to consider the possibility of humans having teleportation power. This video is really unsettling and looks like something straight out of a nightmare. It was posted on a paranormal encounter subreddit by a user who claims to have recorded a real encounter with a demon. The video begins with the camera focused on a house window in front of the person recording. In the window, we can see two glowing eyes staring directly back at the camera from a distance. This creature, or demon, had an unholy gaze and remains completely still. As the camera zooms in, we notice more eerie details, such as the creature being entirely pitch black, even though there is light around it. It reflects no light whatsoever. Additionally, as the video zooms closer, we can see horns on the demon's head. After a while, the creature moves away. Suddenly, as it goes out of sight, there's a loud and rapid banging on the door, and the video ends. What happened after that door banging is still unknown and adds to the mystery. This video was captured on a GoPro camera mounted on a four-wheeler as it traveled along a trail. In the footage, we can see the four-wheeler racing along the path before suddenly coming to a halt. The rider stops because they notice a dark, massive figure crossing the trail at some distance ahead. This strange figure, even at that considerable distance, appears quite huge. It is covered in thick black fur and exhibits a walking posture that resembles that of a human. While some might speculate that it could be an ape or gorilla, such creatures typically do not inhabit this type of environment. Therefore, the most plausible possibility is that this figure could indeed be the legendary Bigfoot. This video originates from Montana and showcases a wolf-like creature, but there are eerie and unusual aspects to its appearance. While it certainly resembles a wolf in some ways, there are distinct differences in its facial features and body structure. What sets this creature apart is its front legs, which are bent in a manner similar to that of a monkey, and its hind legs, which also deviate from the typical wolf anatomy. This peculiar combination has led some viewers to speculate that it might be a werewolf, as such mythical beings often possess these unique body features. Moreover, the creature's facial expression appears both creepy and aggressively predatory, underscoring the sense of unease it evokes. Regardless of its true identity, encountering such a creature on a trail or in the forest would undoubtedly be an unnerving experience. Security cameras are installed to provide us with a sense of safety and surveillance, but at times they capture events that send shivers down our spines. This particular video is from Indonesia, where a car is parked in front of a complex. After a few moments, something truly bizarre occurs. A greenish smoke materializes seemingly out of thin air, shaping itself into a humanoid figure, and then swiftly disappears. The greenish hue of this mysterious smoke gives it an eerie quality, and its transformation into the form of a human girl suggests that it might be a ghost or spirit. What makes this encounter even stranger is that after its passage, the entire atmosphere takes on a greenish tinge, almost as if the ghostly spirit interacted with the surrounding light or became visible near the installed light bulb. What are your thoughts on this mysterious phenomenon? In this video, we're confronted with a peculiar sight, a mysterious creature perched atop a tree without any visible means of support. This enigmatic being displays an impressive sense of balance, maintaining its stance with ease, almost as if it were a common occurrence. Its form appears humanoid, yet it's challenging to accept that it could be a human, given how effortlessly it stands on that tree in the heart of the forest. The local resident who captured this video shared their belief that this creature is the fabled forest witch, a figure they claim to have glimpsed on various trees on multiple occasions. According to their accounts, this witch materializes briefly on a random tree and then mysteriously vanishes. The scene is undeniably eerie, leaving us to contemplate the existence of such mysterious entities in the world. This video captures a moment from a hiking adventure in the Acadian Canadian forest involving two friends. As they ventured through the forest, their attention was drawn to rustling noises emanating from some nearby bushes.
Where the hell did that thing go? I had to be scared, dude. What the f is that thing? Do you see it? I hear the bushes moving. What the hell is that thing, man?
They quickly decided to record what was causing this commotion. In the video, we can see a black figure emerging from the bushes and crossing a field at some distance. This figure appears to be strolling casually, seemingly unaware of the hikers recording it. What's particularly striking is its immense size, standing somewhere between 7 to 9 feet tall, with a body shape resembling that of a human. Its gait and the way it navigates through the bushes closely resemble human movement. Confused and uncertain about what they were witnessing, one of the hikers speculates that it might be a bear. However, upon closer examination, it becomes evident that this figure is definitely not a bear. In fact, it bears a resemblance to what many people commonly refer to as Bigfoot. This chilling video was captured by a security camera and presents a truly eerie scene. In the footage, we observe two mysterious figures standing just outside a gate, bathed in the headlights of a truck. As the owner of the truck approaches, presumably to enter the vehicle, he notices the presence of these two figures and signals for them to move aside. Strangely, the figures remain stationary and do not respond to his gestures. Confused, the owner pauses for a moment, attempting to discern whether his eyes are playing tricks on him. After this brief moment of scrutiny, he proceeds to sit inside his truck and turns on the bright headlights, expecting the figures to react or move. However, to his surprise, when the headlights pierce through the darkness, the area near the gate appears empty, with no trace of the two figures that were clearly visible just moments ago. This unsettling incident raises questions about the nature of these enigmatic figures and their sudden disappearance. This video, posted on the Creepy Captures subreddit, is not for the faint of heart, especially if you have arachnophobia. The uploader claims to have captured footage of a gigantic spider-like creature in his garage floor. As the video unfolds, we can see a recessed area within the floor, and inside it lies a truly eerie tarantula-like creature. This tarantula is notably large, featuring its signature spindly legs and a substantial body, all quite reminiscent of a typical tarantula. The camera person then cautiously employs a wooden object to prod the creature and determine if it's still alive. To their surprise, the tarantula moves in response to the prodding. What makes this encounter particularly strange is the coloration of the tarantula. While some species of tarantulas, like the pink-toe tarantula, exhibit an entirely pink body, this specimen is different. Its legs are distinctly dark black, which contrasts sharply with its otherwise pink-hued body. This unique coloration raises intriguing questions about the specific species or variety of this tarantula. This video is undeniably spooky, and it sent shivers down my spine when I watched it at night. The footage was uploaded to Facebook by a homeowner who claimed to have heard peculiar footsteps on their roof. In an attempt to investigate, they captured something truly unsettling. As the video unfolds, we see the homeowner using a flashlight to illuminate the source of the mysterious rooftop sounds. Suddenly, they spot a head peering from the rooftop's edge. Upon zooming in, the features of this head become more apparent. It has a distinctly humanoid appearance with two clearly visible eyes. Moreover, the head displays a shockingly pale pinkish skin tone, and there is evidence of white hair. The video cuts off at this point, leaving us with this eerie image of the head lurking on the roof. This encounter is indeed hair-raising, and one can't help but sympathize with the homeowner's dilemma, whether to confront and eliminate this enigmatic presence or simply vacate the premises altogether. This unsettling video was shared on a TikTok account named PeachAssassin99 by a concerned lady. In the video, she recounts a rather peculiar experience with her landlord. According to her, the landlord sent her pictures showcasing the new windows recently installed in their house. However, upon receiving and closely inspecting the images, she made a spine-chilling discovery. As she zoomed in on the left window situated near the chimney, she noticed a doll positioned behind it. The alarming part was that she claimed not to own any dolls herself, and there was no such doll in her possession when she had last checked. To add to her fear, Visible scratches were apparent on the windowsill. In an attempt to reassure herself, she revisited the same spot, yet there was no trace of the doll. This bizarre occurrence left her deeply disturbed, especially considering her strong aversion to dolls. Many viewers of her video suggested that perhaps it was time for her to start looking for another place to live, as it seemed her current house might now belong to someone or something else entirely. This video was recorded by an oil field worker who believes he may have captured footage of the elusive Bigfoot while on the job. In the video, filmed from inside a car, we can see a massive figure in the woods ahead. This gigantic creature stands completely still and appears to be covered in dark fur. Interestingly, the driver didn't notice this creature at the time of recording, but upon reviewing the footage later, he made a rather unsettling discovery. This creature stands out significantly due to its immense size when compared to the trees it lurks behind. The big question here is, why is this mighty creature lurking in the woods? What could be its purpose or intention? And most importantly, what exactly is it? Could it be the legendary Bigfoot? In this video, shared on TikTok by the user Gberir, a girl recounts her unsettling experiences while staying at a farmhouse. She explains that she's alone in the house and has been hearing strange and eerie noises coming from various directions. She even claims to have seen a bald man emerging from the farm's pond, which adds to her unease.
Can you stop? Fuck out!
Throughout her explanation, these mysterious noises continue, like someone forcefully banging on wooden surfaces. In an attempt to address the noise, she calls out, and it momentarily ceases. However, the ongoing sounds are taking a toll on her nerves. As she records her story near a television, something chilling occurs. A figure is seen standing behind her in the TV's reflection, sending shivers down her spine.
I don't know. And my reflection's creeping me out. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. You guys saw that, right? I'm not bugging. Like, here's my reflection.
Later in the video, she records at night and reports another sighting of the bald man near the pond. While recording through a glass window, the reflection of the kitchen doorway reveals the presence of someone passing by, further intensifying her fear. The house appears to be plagued by supernatural occurrences, with ghosts or spirits seemingly determined to both annoy and frighten the girl. Nighttime road trips can be both relaxing and exhilarating, but when taken on desolate roads, things can quickly take an unsettling turn. This particular video captures a group of friends on a late-night drive, thoroughly enjoying the music and the journey. As the camera pans back to capture the road ahead, something unusual catches the eye. A spectral figure is seen running alongside the road, appearing for just a brief moment before dissipating into thin air. This apparition had a humanoid shape, but was smoky and translucent. At that moment, the friends were too engrossed in their enjoyment to notice this eerie presence. However, upon later reviewing the video, they made the chilling discovery. Undoubtedly, this road trip became an unforgettable experience for them. A hiker embarked on a hiking expedition in the local forest, initially mistaking something in the distance for a bear. As he aimed his camera to capture this creature, he soon realized that it wasn't a bear, but rather a massive figure standing at a towering 9 feet tall. A classic Bigfoot sighting. This enormous creature had a substantial, heavy-set body, and it moved leisurely through the forest. At one point, it came to a halt, as if pausing for some unknown purpose, before resuming its steady stride and ultimately disappearing into the dense woods. The hiker's encounter was both fascinating and spine-tingling. In the video, one can clearly hear the hiker's heavy breathing, a testament to the fear and excitement coursing through him. Nevertheless, this experience provided him with an incredible camping trip story, complete with concrete evidence to share with others. Videos like this can certainly give anyone pause before venturing into the woods again. In this particular video, a tall, ominous figure stands before us, partially concealed by tree branches. The most unsettling aspect of this figure is undoubtedly its face. Its face appears monstrously eerie, with a completely black visage, large sunken eyes, and a small nose. While this creature seems to be in a state of repose, it's as though its gaze pierces directly into the camera, and by extension, into the very soul of the viewer. Beyond its terrifying facial features, its massive and imposing physique only adds to the disquieting nature of the scene. Identifying this creature remains a mystery, but it seems like a mixture of the legendary Bigfoot and other eerie forest-dwelling entities. What do you believe this enigmatic creature could be? The most unsettling experiences often arise from encounters with the unknown, which defy our comprehension. This video, originating from Russia, captures an enigmatic creature sprinting in the distance. Upon initial observation, it may appear to be a human running. However, upon closer inspection, its posture and movements deviate slightly from those of a typical human. What makes this sighting even more confusing is that, after taking a few steps, this entity abruptly disappears into thin air, vanishing in the blink of an eye. Its eyes emit an eerie glowing light, and there's a brief, luminous trail left ahead. As it dashes away, this creature is an enigma, possessing a humanoid form, extraordinary luminous abilities, and an uncanny ability to vanish like a spirit. This video is sourced from a security camera, and the homeowner is reviewing it due to a recent robbery in which his bag was stolen from his car. As we watch the video, we observe a house situated across the street. Suddenly, a bright light materializes in front of the main door of the neighboring house. After some time, a shadowy figure emerges on the sidewalk across the street, and then we see a person coming from the right side of the frame. This person proceeds to the car, discovers a bag inside, and then swiftly begins to run away with it. However, as the thief starts his escape, the enigmatic shadowy figure from across the street leaps into action, chasing after the criminal. It's as though this spectral hero had been waiting for the thief and decided to take matters into their own ethereal hands. If only every ghost could transform into such vigilant protectors, there might be no more burglaries or robberies. Trail cameras are truly fascinating because they sometimes capture strange and intriguing scenes in the wild. In a trail cam video shared by a TikToker, we see something quite remarkable yet very puzzling. The video begins by showing us a densely wooded forest, and after a few frames, we catch a glimpse of a dark figure within those woods. We only see this figure for a brief moment, but by analyzing those frames, we can make out that it resembles a creature like an ape, gorilla, or even a monkey. However, some viewers who watched the video were convinced that this might be the legendary Bigfoot, mainly due to the posture in which it was standing. It's worth noting that gorillas typically have relatively short necks, and their heads are directly connected to their shoulders without a distinct long neck. But this creature seems to have a bit of a neck. So, what are your thoughts on this? Was it a primate? Or could it possibly have been the legendary Bigfoot? This video originates from Canada, where an oil field worker captured something eerie and unsettling while working in the woods. The video begins with a snowy landscape and a forest in the distance. As the vehicle, which is recording the video, moves forward, it captures footage of the woods ahead. Upon closer examination of the slowed down video, we can observe a remarkably large and massive creature with black fur lurking in the woods. This creature is significantly larger than the surrounding trees, and its body appears exceptionally strong. What makes this sighting even more unsettling is the mystery surrounding its presence. Why is this creature lurking there? What are its intentions? Is it merely curious about the vehicle, or could it be harboring more sinister or creepy motives? Security guards are responsible for our protection, usually dealing with intruders, thieves, and burglars. But what happens when they encounter something unknown? In this video, we get a view of a hallway, and the person recording it is the security guard. He's on night duty at this facility and heard tapping noises coming from the storage room. Curiosity leads him to investigate the source of these strange sounds. We can clearly hear the tapping noises as he walks down the hallway. The guard stumbles upon an open storeroom door, and this discovery startles him. He cautiously opens the door and enters. Inside, a mannequin mysteriously drops on its own. A few moments later, a glass slab falls to the ground, adding to the eerie atmosphere. If that isn't scary enough, the sound of a little girl crying suddenly fills the room.
What the fuck? Whoa. Hello? Who's there?
The guard, concerned and brave, ventures deeper into the room to check the source of the crying. But as he inquires about who is making the noise, the voice suddenly takes on a demonic tone.
Hello? Who's there? Hello?
It seems as though a demon is now screeching. Terrified, the guard makes a run for it, and the video abruptly ends. This encounter was truly unsettling, and we can only hope that the guard is okay, as we didn't see the conclusion of this eerie incident. In this video, we are presented with a view of a backyard during the late evening, with very little light available. The forest in front of us is mostly engulfed in darkness. After a while, something unusual catches our attention in the distance. In fact, it's not just one thing, but multiple entities moving in the distance. All of these entities appear to be transparent, taking on a human-like shape, and they seem to hover above the ground. These spirit-like beings move slowly, almost as if they are casually wandering around together as a group. Now, one might think that this could be smoke from a nearby campfire. However, if it were smoke, there should be some wind to carry it, right? But when we look at the surrounding trees and notice that their leaves are still, it becomes evident that there is no wind. So, the question remains, what could these entities be? This video was recorded by a man who was in the process of moving out of his house and packing up his belongings. However, something very strange and unsettling was happening in his house. In the video, he shows himself playing video games and reveals his living room filled with packing boxes. Then, he points the camera toward the kitchen cabinets. Suddenly, one of the cabinet doors swings open wide, all on its own. There's no one nearby and no strings or wires involved. This strange phenomenon happened multiple times before. and the man can now predict which cabinet the ghost will target. But it's not just the kitchen cabinets. The man also experiences strange occurrences with his doors. In another clip, as he's engrossed in playing video games, his room door opens by itself. He shows the room, confirming that it's empty with no one inside. Towards the end of the video, as he returns to the kitchen, his chair also moves without anyone touching it. It's evident that he's dealing with a mischievous ghost in his house, and it's no wonder he's decided to move out. Just like the uncharted depths of the oceans, there are parts of our forests that remain unexplored, concealing potentially strange and fascinating creatures unknown to us. In this video, we are presented with an unsettling sight of a peculiar creature lurking near a house's fences. This creature's face doesn't resemble any typical forest-dwelling creature we're familiar with. It has a demonic appearance, with deep, sinister eyes and a hunched back that adds to its eerie demeanor. The creature is crouched near the house's fence, seemingly observing and curious about what it might find. After a while of lurking, it becomes aware of the camera's presence, and as it notices the camera, it swiftly runs away. Judging by its looks and features, some might speculate that this creature could be a dogman, as they are known for their mix of dog and wolf-like facial features. The chupacabra is a legendary creature known for its alleged attacks on livestock, particularly goats, and sometimes even humans, when it's desperate. In this video, we are presented with a creature by the roadside, and at first glance, we might mistake the creature for a dog. However, upon closer examination, it becomes evident that it strongly resembles a chupacabra. This creature is devoid of hair and possesses a long, slender body with distinctive and sharp facial features, closely aligning with the typical description. In the video, we witness this feeding on livestock, presumably obtained from a nearby farm. Its sole focus seems to be satisfying its hunger, paying little attention to the person recording it. While some might speculate it could be a dog with a rare genetic mutation, we cannot say for certain. For more strange and interesting footage, check this out.